Welcome to another amazing episode of the Unbox Boys. I'm Dave from the Unbox Boys, and as you may already know, I am not only a toy collector, but I am also a voice actor, and I occasionally do an impersonation of Morgan Freeman. In fact, quite recently, I was on an episode of Ear Biscuits with Rhett Link. You may be familiar with their work here on YouTube on Good Mythical Morning. I'll put a link in the description below. For a long time now, I've been wanting a good action figure of Morgan Freeman. I picked up this little cutie for pennies on the dollar at a toy store, and although it captures his adventurous spirit as portrayed in Robin Hood, and even has these signature black freckles, it's really not a very good likeness of Morgan Freeman. So my search continued. I spent what probably amounted to several minutes of time looking online for a good figure, and I think I found it. Now, to be perfectly honest, I've never purchased a toy from Ace Toyz before, so I'm not quite sure what to expect. But if the toy itself is anything like the pictures I saw online, we're in for quite a treat. Let's take a look at the box. There is the Ace logo on the front in the shape of a spade on the cards, and they've got the card theme continuing on there. On this side, you see Ace Toy, 12-inch action figure, and the logo again. On the other side, you see warnings in a couple of languages and social media connections for Ace Toyz. It's spelled ACETOYZ. I guess that's how the kids are spelling it nowadays. And then on the opposite side of the box, more spade designs. As far as the packaging goes, it's nothing particularly fancy. A cardboard box with some black ink. But the figure is what really matters. So let's crack this thing open and check out the slap. Before we get into the review of the figure itself and its accessories, let me tell you that this figure, unlike most, does not come with a stand. So I have supplied this stand, which I picked up on Amazon.com. This particular figure does come with one extra set of hands for holding and whatnot. It also comes with a very nice cane for him to saunter around town with. Very nicely done. It also features a very classic style hat in a fedora fashion, which is made of a felt cloth material. And it also features this overcoat, which is very nicely done in a soft material and lining on the inside. Well, look at that. Now, you'll have to admit, that's quite a step up from this little guy right here. A very good-looking figure. Let's check it out piece by piece. The sculpt itself is very nicely done with lots of great detail here in the hair, all the way throughout the scalp, and also in the face with lines in the forehead, the eyebrows, the eyes themselves, very nicely done, and lots of character displayed throughout. Very realistic looking. As far as the body goes, you have a hard plastic in the chest and arms, and then a squishier fabric around the belly region, then back down to a more firm leg and shoe, where you also see some nice detail done there on the shoes. And the hands themselves are also sculpted very nicely. So as far as the sculpt goes on this Morgan Freeman figure, a full point.
Full point.
I actually did do some extensive searching online to try to find a good likeness of Morgan Freeman, and there were some that were very close, but this one by far was the best. There's no mistaking that handsome character. Full point for likeness.
Full point.
In the articulation department, let's see what we've got. Lots of great movement on the head, far down and looking up fairly well. Slight side to side, more to that side than this side for some reason. And then we move down the body to the shoulders, where we get about a 90-degree, but then a twist as well. You kind of have to maneuver around the material there to get it. We have a great range of motion at the elbow, the wrist as well. I don't really see an ab crunch per se although he does bend forward slightly, and backward as well, slightly. There's a bit of a twist at the waist. And as far as the leg goes, a pretty good split there, both sideways and forward and back. And the clothing, actually, particularly the trousers, are loose enough to enable some good movement. And then as far as the knee goes, some great movement there as well. And the shoe, the foot, has a lot of motion as well. So for articulation, full point.
Full point.
And finally, the paint. For the head sculpt, it looks fantastic. Lots of great variation in the skin tone, lots of little details including the freckling. The hair tone looks great as well. And then as far as other painted pieces, my only complaint would be the hands being considerably shinier than the skin on the face. If you want to see a side-by-side comparison, you see how glossy it is compared to the head sculpt. I wish perhaps they would have done more of a skin tone like this on the hands, which you kind of see a little bit. Well, no, it's all pretty shiny. So that would be my only complaint, is to maybe tone down the gloss on the hands. And then as far as the paint goes on the shoes, it's a solid black, but it's done very well. Then on to the soft goods. These are really very impressive. With the jacket here, the pocket square, even the scarf that goes there, the tie itself, which is nicely done. The shirt, the pants even come with suspenders on them, which is a nice touch. And actually even real looking suspenders where they go to the single suspender on the back. Very nicely done. The buttons here are well done as well on the shirt. The pants are nicely done. And I love the coloring on this, kind of a charcoal gray with some light purple lines woven throughout. Just very nicely done all the way around for this figure. So apart from the hands being a little bit shiny, we'll give paint a full point.
Full point.
So this fantastic figure of Morgan Freeman from Ace Toyz gets a 4 out of 4 on the slap scale.
Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If so, be sure to slap that thumbs up and share it with your friends. Click our circular logo in the top left to subscribe to our channel. It's absolutely free. And there's a link to another video you might like in the bottom left. If you want to reach out to us, comment, or check out our info in the description below. And above all, remember, God loves you. It's the truth. And Jesus is the proof.
The Unbox Boys.